Mitch and Josh, they did not. They got some work in, but again, we're taking both those guys day by day.
Is it, I guess day by day, the 2 days from the open,
Yeah.
how are you feeling about where your team is health-wise coming into the season?
And obviously, you want nobody to miss any time at all, but that's not realistic. And I talked about, if somebody is out, it's the next guy up philosophy, and that's how we are. So whoever can work today, they're working, and you feel good about who's on the floor, knowing that you got guys that will be on the floor sooner than later.
What is the issue with this?
It's a workload management. We're just managing him right now.
So, it's been like a week of inactivity for him. That seems kind of odd to do load management a week before the season starts.
No, I've been in different situations where you sit a guy, you manage his workload, and he does certain things. Whether sometimes it's shooting free throws, sometimes it's watching, sometimes it's walking through this or walking through that. I've been with a lot of guys that have done that throughout the course of my career, starting back in the early 2000s with the Spurs. We had a couple older guys on the team, so to me it's not odd. But I'm not saying it's a bad question, and so that's why I don't know how to answer it.
There's no injury risk.
No, right now it's everything that we're doing with him is about managing his workload, which we will do the whole year.
So you think he will play on Wednesday?
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we'll definitely
So
see.
if he doesn't play Wednesday, that would still be managing his workload?
It depends. You're asking me to get into hypotheticals, which I can't do. I can tell you today, I manage his workload, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
With Josh, is he able to do more on the court than I guess he was able to do? Like, what I guess is he able to do now that he wasn't able to do before?
Yeah, well, he's just progressing slowly. Like before he wasn't able to do anything at all. Now he's out there, and I don't have my eye on him completely, but I could see him doing some stuff on the sidelines, going up and down. He's getting some work with the bands and stuff like that. I know he has. I don't know if he did today, but I know he has shot before, so he's making progress.
Would both him and Mitch have to practice to play on Wednesday?
Usually, if a guy's out for an extended period of time, I would like him to, but a lot of it depends, because sometimes we may not have a practice, and if we don't have a practice, then what we usually do is we'll get coaches, and we'll allow them to go against the coaches. So it just a lot of it depends.
But like for this week though, if neither practice tomorrow, they would probably not play Wednesday, or is that hard for you?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet, but I will let you guys know 100%. I will.
Mike, what do you like and appreciate about this group now that you've had them for a while, that you're taking it to battle for this season?
One of the things that I really like is they're self-starters. They work very, very hard, and you don't have to. You don't have to tell them 2, 3, 4, or 5 times to do this or to do that. They take pride in their individual work first, and then their collective work together, and you really enjoy that with the team. There's a lot of skill out there, a lot of versatility out there, with length, and when you have that, usually good things can happen.
When you look, and you haven't played a game.
I'm sorry, when
You haven't played a game,
Yep.
but when you look at your bench, what's the confidence level? What are you looking at as far as learning that trust and seeing what you have for that bench, that second unit?
Again, you're right. We hadn't played a game yet, but everybody I thought had a solid preseason. There wasn't anything that I didn't like about this guy or I didn't like about that guy. Everybody contributed in a lot of different ways, and so it's my job to try to fit it together and mix and match the different lineups that will be coming off the bench. And if I can help do that right, put them in a better position to have success, I think we can get a lot from the guys that we have on this roster from top to bottom.
Cat was just in here, and I asked
So,
him.
say it one more time.
Cat was just in here, and
Oh, okay.
I asked him, how he sees this offense kind of up tempo ball movement, kind of unlocking maybe a new area of his game. He said he wasn't sure. He said he didn't know. So I guess for you, how do you envision him? Kind of, I know you said that the learning curve for him is a little more steeper.
Yeah.
Everything he has to learn, but obviously so many talents on the offensive end, so many ways he can be utilized. How do you envision him kind of maximizing his skill set, and what's that process going to be like?
The first thing is it's going to be a process, especially with him missing the last couple of games. He doesn't, and then on top of that, his learning curve is the steepest because he's got to learn all 5 positions. But the one thing it's going to do for him, it's going to move him around. He's not just going to always be at the top of the floor. He'll be in the strong corner, the weak corner, the strong. He can be the push man, or he can be the weak wing, and also he can be at the top of the key or in the dunker. So that will help him, the movement. The second thing I think is trying to eliminate some of the play calls to where we're just getting right into our stuff, and it's based off of where this player goes and where the ball goes, and everybody just kind of reads it from there with a couple of different options. And so now guys may not be able to sit on his actions as much, or if he is required to sprint into a ball screen, they may not know it's coming because he's in a different spot when he's about to come set a ball screen. So and then anytime you can play fast, which we're not where we want to be, but we've gotten better since the start of the preseason. But if you can play fast, you're going to have an opportunity to get some looks before the defense is set. But the one thing that he has to do, the rest of the guys have to do, and especially me, we got to make sure we have patience because he's missing time. He's missing games, and he's going to have to catch up a little bit.
You guys sent,
Two more.
yeah, you guys sent McBride, you guys put a ton of dribble handoffs during the preseason.
Yeah.
McBride came around a lot of dribble handoffs, which was a little bit newer for him. What do you like about him coming around the dribble handoff that you like utilized there?
Well, he's got a knack to score it, and he shoots it well. So obviously, if there's a dribble handoff and this guy goes underneath, he can stop behind and shoot it. So being a threat to shoot it from deep is going to be huge. Now, this guy bodies up, he goes over the top. If he gets that ball and this guy gets clipped at all or hesitates at all, he get downhill, and he's got an advantage getting downhill, and he can get to the rim and finish, or he's got a nice little pull-up. Lastly, it'll start the dominoes. We always say, hey, look to attack the paint because everybody's going to do this. And now it's a simple read to spray the basketball for even better shots. So starting with his ability to shoot the ball from range, he could be very, very hard to guard because not only can he shoot it with range, but he can finish at the rim. He can finish with a pull-up, and it's an easy read in terms of the spray when he comes off because of the threat that he is.